There's lots to think about when you're having mastectomy or lumpectomy surgery, but something people don't often think about is what happens when they get home. Hi, I'm Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique, and this is something that's often overlooked. People prepare their, bag to stay overnight in the hospital if it's an overnight surgery. They, get their health card ready and their post-op bras and everything else, but they forget to prepare for their return journey home. So here's a few little tips and tricks that I've gathered over the years. Now keep in mind, I'm not a doctor or a nurse, but I think that you'll find these to be very helpful tips. First of all, when you go to the hospital for your surgery, you're going to have to come home wearing something. So you've already got your post-op bra, but it's a good idea to have clothes that actually button up in the front because you don't want to be pulling anything over your head, and shoes that can just slip on, and very easy, comfortable clothing. That's the first thing. But before you even get to the hospital, you want to make sure that everything is in place for your return home. So before you go to the hospital, change your bed sheets, make sure they're clean, and you don't have to worry about that when you get home. But you also want to make sure that you have food in your fridge. And it's a good idea to have prepared meals already in single portions. And if you can have a lot of foods that you can eat cold, that's really helpful too, because sometimes just microwaving something can be exhausting. If you live on your own, this is especially important. So you can just pull something out of the fridge and eat it. If you have family members with you, then maybe they can be of help. If it's you and small children, then prepare to have somebody watch your kids, because you might think you can do it, but you actually need somebody there. And again, have some prepared meals ready. So I would say have at least enough for 3 or 4 days of prepared meals. And then here's a really good tip. Have your dishes out on the counter already. So your mugs and your plates, because you don't want to be reaching up to grab the mug or reaching up to grab your dishes. I actually was speaking to a lady who ripped some of her stitches because she did that. And honestly, that's something I wouldn't have thought about unless she told me. So that's a really good tip. Have your mugs and your plates and everything on the counter already. However you need. If you have a family, kids, you might have a few of them out. But be prepared, because you will want to limit your reaching up unless your doctor tells you otherwise. So those are just a couple of really simple, small tips. Again, have some pajamas when you get home that you can do up in the front. Easy is the key word. So you really have to prepare maybe, a few days before or a week before you go into hospital. Just go through your daily routine. What did I do today? And how can I make that easier for when I get home? Maybe you have your pajamas already laid out for you, or maybe have your dishes already laid out, or maybe, if you want, you have a big clean of your house before you come home so that you don't have to be worrying about it. Um, if there's anything that you have to get to, like, oh, I have to pick something up beforehand, but I've only got a week to pick this up, or I've got to run this errand, or I've got to renew my license, make sure it's all done, because you don't want to be doing that, while you're not feeling well. So these are little simple tips, but it's actually helpful and important. So preparation, as annoying as it seems to be, like, well, I don't need to prepare for that or this, trust me, that little bit of preparation will make your life so much easier, and you'll be so glad you prepped. I hope that helps. If you have any tips or tricks, please leave them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.